Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Crafty Mixed Media and more. I'm Teresa Renee Art, the owner of Decoupage Queen and the Royal Court Arts and Crafts Distribution Company. Hope you guys are doing well. Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to let me know when you come on. Make sure to say hello. And if you're watching the replay, just type in hashtag replay so I know you are here. Hello, Miriam. How are you? How are you? How was your Thursday? How was everybody's Thursday? Hope you guys are having a good one so far. I had a nice Thursday. Took my mom for some doctor's appointments this morning. She is doing good. So all is well in our world. She's got to go. I won't be on next Thursday. Probably, most likely. She's having a major surgery on next Thursday. So I'm going to be tending to her. So I think she's got to stay in the hospital overnight. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay there or not. But anyway, so I will be on Monday. Robin and I have a double live on Monday, you guys. You're not going to want to miss it. It's Americana. It is we're not going to be in the same room together, but we are going to be virtual at 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. So excited about that. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Hey, Karen. Hi, Betty. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Welcome. Yeah, thank you guys for the prayers for my mom. Hey, Jill. She's been really having a tough time, but thankfully, we think she's going to be just fine. So I am working on a violin bottle today, and we started this we started this on Tuesday. Yes, honey.
Did you watch my premieres?
I have not watched your premieres. I did not know you were having premieres.
I do some.
Okay. All right. Well, I will. I'm on YouTube now. You can go watch me. Do you want to come say hi?
Hi, guys.
So that's my son. He is What's Up 487 on YouTube. There you go. There's your plug.
Hey, yo, man, you should put a link in the description.
Oh, I should put a link in the description, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is my violin bottle, and I've done quite a lot to it since we last met. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down and just kind of show you so you can see. Thank you. Yeah, he is just ridiculously cute and sweet. Okay. Jill, yes, I saw that you used some of these recently for some of your pen art projects. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so here's what I've done. And I used the La Blanche mold, the Rococo one, which unfortunately now, some of our retailers probably still have it, but we are completely sold out of it. So what I did, and I don't know, you probably can't even see this very well because I painted it brown. I did show a picture. I do have a picture of this on my website or on my Facebook page from before I painted it. So you can kind of see how I came up with the configuration. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. Hey, Lisa, thank you for joining. So I did do my own configuration. I kind of cut that mold up and shaped it around. I used their newest borders mold around the sides. And then on the back, what I actually did was I put some modeling paste on the back, which allowed me to create a little bit of texture. And then I also was able to cover up our warning. So I did do a little bit of research on that warning, you guys. I was like, why on earth would they put that on there? And what I found out was it was done in an effort to prevent moonshiners, because moonshiners would actually take and reuse liquor bottles. And it was such a problem that they were, that they had liquor bottles that looked like liquor, and it actually had moonshine in them. And so they were trying to discourage people from reusing these and putting moonshine in them. So the label, I think it was like during, I don't know, it was like around the 50s or something like that. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting. One of the reasons for it, but now it's like they don't print them with those labels anymore. And I really doubt that they're going to come after us for reusing these. So anyway, this is very minor in terms of the infractions you may possibly do. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I did paint the whole thing in earthy brown. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually come in and I'm going to start to, I'm going to fill this in down here, but I'm also going to kind of touch up and blend a little around her as well. And then we will spend the rest of our time painting and finishing the sides of this. Hi, Evan. Okay, so Robin does have, you guys, and Robin, feel free to drop your link, but Robin does have some of this mold. This is Rococo 1 from LeBlanc, and I know it's difficult to see. You'll be able to see it more once I start painting it. But this is from LeBlanc, okay? And if you weren't here on Tuesday, word on the street is there are going to be some new ones coming. They're much, much, much different. I can tell you that. There isn't a Rococo this time. They are unlike really anything that they've done yet. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this bottom part. And let me get my country blue. Okay, let's see. I gotta get my big bucket of paint, you guys. And I gotta find out, at one point, believe it or not, my bucket of paint was actually organized. Nimbus. So I could find things, but that is not the case anymore. All right, so I got paint flying everywhere, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. So I'm just going to try to blend in the bottom here as much as I can by getting a little bit more of my earthy brown. And I'm going to grab a little bit of country blue in there. And probably a little bit of this Nimbus as well, to try to create sort of a color that might be kind of close to her dress down here. I think that works. I think that works. So we can just sort of continue it down. as much as we can. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for coming on. And then we've got this over here. There is a little dog right here. I don't want to cover him up, but if you look closely, you can see the little dog's face. Very cute. Okay. So just enough to be a little bit dangerous down here. Okay. There we go. That works well. And now I think I'm going to take that and I'm just going to kind of dot it around to give a little bit more texture and a little bit more mystery and drama in the background. Because right now that background is pretty dark and boring. So I'm just kind of dotting in a little bit of, almost to make it look like an oil painting. Yes, yeah, I know. I mean, you can go on there and you can look, but I'm not allowed to show them. So, until May 31st. So, let's see. Which is what I agreed to. So, gotta keep my promise if I want to keep getting those molds in. Okay, so over here, I do have a couple little spots on her dress where I accidentally there we go. So I was just touching up a little spot on her dress where I accidentally got some brown paint. So I was just trying to create a little bit of drama, very subtle shading in the background here. Try to fix any mistakes that I have happening too, which there are some. Like here in her hair, I had a tiny little bit of paint in her hair. So I'm just going to dab that away. And make it look perfecto. Okay, so I think that looks fine. Hey, Jessie. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. All right, so I think that looks just about as good as it's going to get. Hopefully you guys agree. So minor blending this time, nothing crazy. Very minor. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take some metallic paints and I'm going to paint over this with metallic paints, which is going to really start to lighten up my colors some. And then you'll start to see the beauty of that mold shining through. So I'm going to be using first, we're going to be doing a fair amount of like mixing of things. But first one that I'm going to be using, Leanne, no, not yet. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Ronnie. Okay, so I am going to be first using the Decor Metal Matte in chocolate. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start painting my whole bottle with that. And it's okay. I'm not really trying to, I am trying to leave those little bits down in there. I'm trying to leave those dark brown because I want the contrast. Let me scooch this back up. So we're going to do a fair amount of layering, you guys. I was thinking some sparkling gels, some waxes. So what I have here is not going to be what we end up with. So did I tell you what I did to the back and the sides? I took a palette knife and I used modeling paste over the back and the sides. Did I tell you that already? To create this beautiful texture. Can't remember if I said that or not. Oh yeah, I did, because I said we covered up the words. So now you can start to see, as I'm working this in, you can start to see my mold configuration. Hi, Nicole. Oh, Leanne, I can't believe it. These are, the Pentart metallics are just to die for. And I have to count how many colors we have. I'm not even sure, but we have a ton of colors. And we also have like 4 different styles. So this one that I'm using is the matte, and it actually does dry with it's a metallic, but it dries with a matte finish. There's one that's called Glamour, and it has a very, very high mica content, very, very sparkly. Then there's just the regular metallics, which are beautiful, basic metallics. And then we have the delicate, which are softer, more pearlescent colors. And then there's actually one more, so it's 5. We have the chameleon, which are color shifting. So lots and lots and lots of really beautiful choices when it comes to the Pentart metallics. I love them all. I cannot, it would be really impossible for me to choose a favorite. Okay, so let me come back here. This is the back. And so basically when I did that modeling paste, I sort of took my palette knife and then I left some areas smooth, and then I came back in and sort of lifted some areas up. Just wanted to really create some movement and texture back here. So you can see we have a fair amount of texture back here as well. And I did that instead of adding a mold because I felt like this bottle is actually really, really heavy with all the molds that I added in the front. And I just didn't want to take away from the pattern that I made over there. Okay, so that's that. This is one layer done, which we could totally leave just like that and it would be fine. However, we are not going to leave it. We are going to continue on. I'm using the chocolate decor metal. All right. Okay, now I'm going to dry this and then we'll do something else. What will it be? I don't know. Okay, I have an idea. So here's my idea. And we're going to see how this does. If we don't like it, we can paint over it. I am going to use two different colors of sparkling gel. So I have a brown sparkling gel, and I also have a very pretty blue sparkling gel. So what I was thinking about doing is kind of doing a combination of those in a random alternating fashion. Where is it? Where is my blue sparkling gel? Found my brown right away. Delicate. There it is. Okay. So, sparkling gel, you can kind of use it a little bit like a glaze. And it also has a very high mica content. And basically the way you use it, you can either just brush it on and leave it, or you can brush it on and wipe it back. And in this case, because there is a lot going on already, I'm actually going to brush it on and wipe it back. And why don't we start with the back first and just see. So if I take that brown and now I take some blue and I take a little more brown and then I also take some blue. Can you guys see that? And then I take and I kind of mix them a little bit. So it gives it this really unique combination here. And then when I start to wipe it back, it's sort of blending them even further. You guys see that? It almost looks like fool's gold or something. That is gorgeous. So I'm just going to take a little bit of water and wipe it back a little bit more, kind of blend it out a little bit more. All right, and now I'm going to do that same thing on the whole bottle. And similar to like our antiquing gels, this does have a tendency to dry pretty fast. So if you do want to wipe it back, you have to make sure to kind of work a little section at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some, I'm actually blending some together like a pre-mixed blend. And then I'm also kind of alternating in with some of the original colors here and there. And the blue, I'm really not going that heavy on the blue, to be honest. That's more just to give it a little bit of a subtle, almost a hint, if you will. Like, is there blue in that? Oh yeah, I can see blue in that. Okay. And that's working really, really beautiful over over top of that chocolate. How do you guys feel about that? Thank you, Jessie. There might be some areas where I choose to go a little bit more blue, like up here. This would have been beautiful, really, to be honest, like if I had just done it with the sparkling brown on its own. That would have been really beautiful on its own. But I just wanted to I wanted to just see, like, what if, you know, what would happen if we blended them. And over here on Mixed Media Thursdays, stakes are pretty low. Not like I'm in front of 40,000 people or anything. So we can do what we want. We can have fun with it. And that's how you learn. Okay, so let's come up in here. It looks like it's like a from a treasure chest or something. All right, bye, Robin. Can you see that? Almost looks like chameleon, like I sort of made my own chameleon look. And I love blending colors like this, like, you know, because I have a tendency, like sometimes I think one color you can just get stale, a little bit stale and boring. And so I love blending colors. So we started with earthy gray or earthy brown, and then we painted over that with the chocolate brown, and then we now we're doing the sparkling gel. Okay. So, hey, Wanda, how are you? So I really like that a lot. I mean, and you saw what it looked like last night when I shared a photo of my configuration. Like there was nothing, you know, there's nothing magical about it. Was just clay shaped together, right? Which you could totally do. Thank you, Miriam. All right, so now I am going to I'm going to dry this. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, I mean, fine line crackle on her would be a very, very nice choice. But I am not going to do that. I'm actually just going to keep it simple because we have a lot going on with the rest of the bottle and all those details. So I am going to do just on her, I'm actually just going to do a glossy varnish. Thank you, Cindy. Hi, Dana. Oh, and I'm going to get the other one because this one is not opening. So I'm just going to do the water-based, the Pentart water-based glossy varnish. Okay, this is just water-based. There's nothing stinky or crazy about this one. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some water-based varnish over the top of her to give her a nice glossy shine. Let me do that. And I probably will do like 2 coats on her to protect her. That's also going to bring out like the richness of the color in this paper as well. And protect all my paintwork, my touch-up paintwork. Okay. Make it easier to clean if I keep mucking it up. Hey, Terry, how are you? All right, so let me dry this. So I'll do another coat of varnish off camera, but it just gives her a nice glossy, smooth finish. Okay. And theoretically, I should also varnish my work over here. How many of you guys do that? Like if you were doing mold work, how many of you guys just want to take a quick poll? How many of you guys would also varnish like your back parts and your mold work after you painted it, like with decorative paints? I'm just curious. I'm truly curious how many of you do that. I think it's generally very, very good practice to do that. However, in reality, most of the time that's a step that I skip. You do, okay. I usually skip it because I want to go straight to waxing. Like for me, it's like, I just want to go, it's so pretty and I want to be finished and I want to go straight to waxing. Yeah, Leanne, that's for me too. If it's a box, I pretty much always varnish the box, but something like this is going to sit on a shelf forever and ever. probably not going to varnish. But because I'm interested in also sharing with you guys some best practices and correct practices, I am going to go ahead and varnish this whole thing before I apply wax, which I'm going to let it dry overnight before I apply wax tomorrow. So just because I want to show you what it looks like finished, because the wax is really such a wow factor, I'm actually just going to take a little bit of my gold wax, and I'm going to, very lightly kind of come in over here so you can see. I mean, I'll do more of it tomorrow, but I just want to show you how much pop, and I'm doing it very lightly because I am still going to varnish it. But I just want to show you how much pop even just a little tiny bit of wax is going to add. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I know I want to show you the wow finished piece, but I also want to show you the correct way to do stuff. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and varnish this, and this isn't going to be any big deal, you guys, because I applied that wax so light that it's not going to be any big deal. And then I can actually come back and wax over it tomorrow. So I'm going to take this glossy varnish, you guys, and I'm going to apply a pretty thin layer over the top of this whole piece. And then I'm going to come back in tomorrow, and I'm going to wax it. And then the glossy varnish is actually going to also deepen the color of that sparkling product. So it's really going to have a very positive look on the whole piece. And then when this is dry tomorrow, I'll come back in and I'll hit all the raised areas at least with that gold wax that I just showed you. And it's going to be so beautiful. So actually, you know what I could do, because I'm live on Mixed Media Inspirations tomorrow. So what I could do is just wax it there. I'm on tomorrow at what time, Nancy? 5. So maybe I'll just hold it and then wax it there before I start my new project. So I'll be live here too. I'm going to be streaming in both places, Mixed Media Inspirations and also here. So that way you can see me. You can see the wow factor when we hit it with wax. How about that? Is that a good compromise? So as far as tomorrow goes, there's a couple things we can do tomorrow. I am leaning toward the tissue box only because I really want to use it for my personal use. I want to use my tissue box for my gloves because I want to keep them out all the time. And I want to keep them on my craft desk. So I think I'm going to do the tissue box. Oh, yes. I'm going to do the tissue box tomorrow. And that'll be at Decoupage and Mixed Media Inspirations and also here. And then on Sunday is auction day. So if I do all 30 pieces, we're going to be here a really long time. So I'm thinking maybe 20, and then I'll just have to have another one. I don't want to be here all night. So I'm thinking we'll just have to have another one at another time. But at least everything that Terry shared our pictures of, at least all of that will be in it. And possibly some other things. I know for the tote bag, you guys, I did decide we are going to do the tote bag that I did Tuesday. That one will be in it. And I'm going to do another layer on her. But yes, I know some people who do like 6 to 10 layers of varnish. Are you a 6 to 10 layer varnisher or a 1 to 2 layer varnisher? Just curious. I'm a 1 to 2 layer varnisher. Okay. All right. Hey, Nicole. So, oh no, Wanda, that's not good. You can sign up for my Telegram also, and I will be sending notifications out for all of my upcoming lives and such. All right. Yeah, depends on the project. More than 2 coats. Yeah, I know. Agni, remember? Yeah, so Agnieszka, she always coats with like 6 to 10 layers of varnish, almost every project. Okay. So join me again tomorrow. Bye, Nicole. Thank you. Join me again tomorrow, and we will finish this up with the gold wax. This is what I have so far. It's really beautiful. I could totally leave it just like this, but I do want, I love my gold wax, so I do want to put my gold wax on it. Okay. And I will see you tomorrow at 5 and Sunday at 3 and Monday at 7 with Robin. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you again soon. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Nancy. You guys have a good evening. All right. Bye-bye.